So, hello YouTube. A few days have passed. It's the middle of the night. Well, I have looked into these walls. There was a crack, if you remember. I have looked into it. This is how these cracks look. I have already acquired some contacts through these days. I was running some errands, doing some stuff, and I have gathered some knowledge. I actually know how I'm going to cover these cracks, but for today I am actually going to do this one last thing, and this will be dismantling this washing machine. As you can probably see, there are some clothes inside. We will get rid of them just in a minute, and well, we will try to disassemble this machine because it just doesn't work properly, just as I thought. So here we are. I have already cleaned the interior of the washing machine, and I guess we will start with the front because it seems like the most logical thing to do. It's middle of the night, so I don't really want to make any noise, any excess noise. And I cannot really do this. I could not really do this earlier. I mean, I will stop disassembling this if this will be too noisy. I haven't told you actually. I was given some orders. I thought it actually is up to me to do most of the stuff, to plan the renovation and make it happen, but wait a minute. It is up to me to plan and execute all of this, but on the other hand, I am getting most probably I am getting some support. There will be someone sent to me, most probably, but I'm not sure, and I have to prepare some stuff for this person. I should finish the kitchen and the bathroom before this person arrives. I have a feeling it might be a girl, like a female agent, but I'm not sure, I'm not sure. So yes, I can take this off, and I can most probably even disassemble. It looks like it might be useful to unscrew things like this because it does have uh, some shapes. You can assemble something from this. Now you have like a two-joint head that you can also attach something to, like this. This is genius. You can also disassemble this, I think. Yes, we can. I'm going to try to gently move it, really silently. But I'm actually going to move this. We'll see how it looks like inside the washing machine from the above, I guess, in a minute. If you're patient enough. Something is blocking it from the inside. I guess I might try to force it, but no, there is actually something that is typically blocking, and it's something here. But I don't think this keeps the main lid in place. You might be wondering if it's legal actually to make noise. Like, disassemble your washing machine in the middle of the night. There are actually regulations that forbid you to make noise. Actually, it's pretty normal. It's pretty common, and I guess you have the same in your parts of the world. The law might be obvious, but you might also wonder if it's. Are there any screws? Oh, there actually are. I did not know you can actually. I did not know you can do this. The law might be obvious, but you might wonder uh, how citizens handle this law, how they use it, if they do, if they don't, and generally, you can probably tell, or you cannot tell. In Poland, lots of people live in like few story houses, so there are like you have most of the time you have neighbors all around you, above you, below you, to the right, to the left, and so on. You might be surrounded with neighbors. People tend to call the police quite often, but if there are troubles, sometimes you actually live in a peaceful neighborhood and no one is, causing to the trouble. It's, you can actually figure this out yourself. And people here, I think the majority people in Poland don't really overuse it. Like, people can understand that you might want to party in the middle of the night, in the weekend, and so on. Some people might be aggravated. It also depends what kind of human being your neighbor is. But in general, I think I'm going to force it open. People are actually friendly. They are understanding, at least from my perspective. Some people might tell you it's completely different, but I think that majority people in Poland, like majority people, have some understanding because lots of people live in these few story houses and they get used to it. I don't think I am going to force it open actually. I can look inside. This is something I should have done earlier. And from what I can see inside here, it's too dark to see. So I'm going to try to lay it down, but first I have to like rotate it. Wait. Okay. And I hope it's not going to slip on this water or something and make any noise. I will try to do it gently. Okay. And I will also try to push it forward. Oh, okay, I have unblocked it. You just push this lid, like forward. Boom. This is how it looks like from above. As you can see, well, the view was not worth it actually. It doesn't look really interesting. There's a sticker in here. It says nothing. It says nothing. I have found exactly what I needed. That was loud. So here we go. It's actually going really well. Boom. I'll try to lift it now. Don't repeat this at home, kids. Don't repeat this at home. It worked. If I twisted it like this, I could actually get this drum down, because as you can see it's hanged on the spring, and you can actually move this bridge. You can slide it. I don't know if I will be able to show this to you, but yes, you can actually move it. So if I slide it hard enough, if I just twist it, we can ground this drum. I guess I can lift this vertically. I actually can. That was quite obvious. Also, it's connected to the hose that goes down to the main drum. It's going to be quite an adventure to pull it out, because there is an engine below it, and this engine most probably is connected to some electronics, so I won't be able to like pull this away completely. It will be still attached to some cables. I'm going to save this engine myself. It's always nice to have an engine. I know it might sound weird for most of you, but it actually is good to have an engine somewhere around. Oh, there it is. Oh, actually, I didn't even have to unscrew this. All I had to do was to disconnect the cables. Someone is stealing the car outside. Maybe the cat set it. Cats are capable of setting the car alarms off, but well, people tend to steal cars around. I actually remember a story from when I was like 12 maybe or something. I have been going back home from some activities, and it was pretty dark. So I was coming back home, and there was this guy it was pretty dark. It was like really late, and there was this guy he was just stealing the car. Like, he was just stealing the car, standing by this car. It had the lid open, and he would like set the alarm off and cut it, and set the alarm again off and like cut it. Eventually, I'm actually going to screw this back. Eventually he did it. When I passed him, he like looked at me. I looked at him a little. I did not really see his face because it was dark and it was not near any lamp post, but I just passed him in silence. He looked at me, I looked at him, and that was it. That was it. When I passed him, when I entered my my block, I heard that he started the engine. He just drove away. When I look at this like from the perspective of time, it was really not wise thing of me to just like go near this guy, like just pass him, like 4 meters away from each other, maybe even less. That was really like really close. The car was parked right next to the sidewalk. I have to actually get on to get into my house, and probably and I did not see this guy for like until I was maybe like 10 meters away from him. So I guess if I was older, and I would react like more normally, like, "Hey, what the fuck are you doing? Like, why are you stealing this car?" If I did, most probably I could, I could have gotten in trouble. I could even get myself killed. Perhaps like this childishness was with me, maybe it helped me to survive. I don't know, but it could have been a dangerous encounter. That's the one thing. And that's the second thing. That guy could have attacked me even if I didn't say anything like I did. I guess that's it for today. Thank you for watching. And well, see you next time, I guess.